Hello everybody, my name is Brendan, once more from Oblivion Gaming. So this will probably seem like a little bit of a different video for you guys. And of course, we haven't posted in a while, so I know some of you guys are wondering about that. And quite frankly, the reason for that is because we had exams, and this is the new start of our semester. My reason primarily for not recording is because I just got a new mic. It's a Razer Kraken 7.1, and it's USB, and it just would not record with FRAPS whatsoever. FRAPS would record the video and no audio, so unless I wanted to record with FRAPS and get audio, I would have to use my old crappy mic. And because I didn't want to do that and, you know, pretty much put the $90 I spent on my new mic to waste, I decided to basically wait until I could find a program that it would work with. So eventually I found Bandicam, just bought it today. And I've been working on a few things for you guys, which I think you guys will really enjoy. So by the title of the video, that suggests, yeah, this is basically a Redstone tutorial and or project, basically, that I like to call the Redstone wiring project. And we're going to be going over a bunch of different Redstone ideas that I came up with, some inspired by others. And yeah, I'll be going over them, showing the redstone behind them, so maybe you can build them in survival and creative. Alright, so we'll start off with this. This is a door. It's an iron door with a 3x3 grid of iron, of course, with the middle punched out. And I've decided to kind of make a set of doors that have very similar layout, but that open differently and have different properties. So I'll show you guys the first door. Yep, so that's the first door. That's the second door. And that will be the third door. Alright, so that's basically it. Just three different doors, one right after the other, that both have the 3x3 grid of iron with the hole punched out in the middle. And I'll be showing you guys the redstone for each of them. Alright, so this is the first, this will be the first door. And the way this one works is the button for the door is, I should believe, yeah, right here. So that sets off a redstone current over here because buttons and redstone signals can go through one block before they cannot transmit anymore. So first door to open is this one right here, which to my knowledge should be the one in the very, very center on the left side. So this is a 2-second delay, but that doesn't really matter just because it's the first door. So there's 2-second delay there, and there's also a 2-second delay here. Reason being is because the current wouldn't reach. So that's why I had to add one there and add one here. And it should be noted that there's a 1 millisecond delay between each piston going off, just so there's enough time for you to walk through and enough time for you to get to the other side. Alright, so because this is 2 and this is 2, they kind of cancel out, and that add another 1 to this one. That one will open, so that'll be this one will open, then 1 millisecond later, this one will open. And from here, it's not too difficult. Then there's 2 here because you have to wait for this one to go, then this one. Then there's a 3 millisecond delay. Yeah, just basically because 1, 2, 3. Then the current will go down here, and there is a 2 millisecond delay here. Reason being because I don't think the current would reach all the way I wanted it to, and it's just kind of a pain in the ass to do. So yeah, there's a delay right there. So it goes down here, and I believe I should. Oh yes. Now I remember why. Now the reason why you would imagine why I wouldn't have a delay here is because there's 3 here, and the next one has to be 1 millisecond. But because this is one continuous circuit, and these are all being activated at the same time, just at, I guess, different like quantities, added this here so that there would be... Okay, so this is basically like having a repeater here, except with a value of 4 rather than a value of 3, 2, or 1. So that's 2 plus 1 plus another 1, and that will give you 4. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. if you add these two together and this one. Alright, so then there'll be 1 second delay between each, I believe, or not. Then there is a repeater down here. 2 second delay here, 3, and then 4. Obvious, again, reasons because if I were to just have, without having that, if I were just remove that repeater there, then they would be like in sync. So that goes, the redstone current goes all the way down to the last piston, which is down there. So it's that repeater right there. And that pretty much sums it up. So that's just one continuous circuit going around pretty quickly. The layout of the pistons I have is 1, 2, 3 over the top, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, and then the sides in the center are on each side. And of course, when all this is activated, push the button, it all opens up with a 1 millisecond delay. And of course, I can do the same with a, I guess you could, lever. Should work. Yeah, it'll basically stay open. Close it. It'll close too. So that's all. Each piston has a 1 millisecond delay between each, and that's just how the first one works. Pretty basic. You can build this. Not too difficult and creative, but really these doors are kind of hard to build in survival, especially because you need the resources and the time, and being able to produce infinite resources. And just being able to fly really helps in creative. So, yeah. So that's the first door. And the second door is a little bit more complicated. Alright, and I'll show you guys this. Break that wall, yeah, should be good. Alright, so second one. This one, slightly more complicated. So we have the lever over here. As you guys probably remember, there was a button on the diamond, and again, redstone signals can go through one block. So activates this redstone here. There's a delay here, just so you can walk up the steps and be at the door in time. And the first door to open should be. I think it's the one on the right over here. Oh yes, I remember now. Okay. So the redstone current comes up here. You can ignore that little bottom bit for now. I'll explain that later. So the way I have this door open is quite different from the first one. I have, and I'll show you guys a little demonstration. I have this right iron block go out first, then the left in the top, bottom left, and then bottom right. And then right after that last block is pulled in by the piston, top center, right center, bottom center, and left center all open simultaneously. So the way I kind of want to design that is so it was almost looked like a combination lock or something. But yeah, anyways, so redstone current comes up here. There's a 1 millisecond delay, comes all the way over here. Another 1 millisecond delay, and it opens up this one on the right first. And by the way, there's 2 pistons on each side, and I'll give you guys kind of an alignment to show you how it works. So this is basically how it looks, and it's on the exact same spot, except, of course, it's lower down. So you'll see how we have a piston here, another piston here and here, then a piston underneath should be these 2, yeah, these 2, so right there and there, but except it's under it, and then one here, and that's each piston covering each of the iron blocks. So 2 millisecond delay over here opens up this first one. Then the next one to open up should be, is it the one on the bottom? I actually have to go back and check. I can't quite remember. Alright, yeah, so like I thought it was the one on the right that starts, then the one on the left, bottom left, then bottom right. So the next one to go will be this one over here, which is being pulled to the side. and this one is the one that is on top. It's one of the top blocks, and it's on the left, so top left. This one opens up, I should believe, right afterwards. So redstone current comes up here, and to make it up, I believe, so because there's a 2-second delay there, if you get rid of that, that means there's a, yeah, there should be a 3 millisecond delay on the next one, if I'm correct. Then the next one to go is one on the bottom here, which I just have coming off of a basic circuit down here. Then this one is the next one to go, which is the bottom left, and that's another, I should believe another, it's either another 3 or another 2, but they're all the same, so you guys don't have to worry about that too much. Next one to go and the last one to go of the corner bits is this one right here, which has a, should be a 2 or 3 millisecond delay. I don't quite remember each, but I do remember that they are all of the same value. Then I just have the ones on each, the centerpieces on each side open up all at the same time. So again, I'll show you guys. It goes, and this is an exact representation, goes top right, bottom left, top left. So it goes goes clockwise. And then, yeah, so then the last center bits will automatically close. Okay, and then of course, because we're using a button, it will close by itself. And I'll show you guys again, this time just using a lever just to show you. Oh, I actually mixed up the order there. I always get this confused. Sorry, it starts, sorry, stuttering a little bit. Starts with the top right, top left, bottom right. It goes counterclockwise. And I'll let you guys watch that again. Yep. Alright. And of course, for each of these doors, whenever the iron blocks will open, each piston is inverted, as I'm sure you guys know how to do. It's very basic. Just take any block, put a redstone torch, piece of redstone if you need it, and then piston. If you have redstone coming off of here, and this is your source, it will turn off the redstone torch, causing the piston to close rather than opening if you were to just have a normal redstone circuit. They're both being powered, and this one's turning off while the other is turning on. And if I turn this off again, it'll turn back on, and vice versa, which means you can use buttons or levers. And of course, redstone torches. But with this one, once it's powered, the piston will go out, so you have to make sure to invert the current. Alright, so that's basically that one. A little more complex. I just kind of wanted to get through that one because it was a bit harder to explain. Now this one I really enjoyed, but it's quite, I'll say it's a bit more complicated. So, the way the door opens is pretty similar to how the first door opens. It has that spiral effect, but the thing is, with the first one, and I'll show you guys, it has it so, and I believe it should be the top right goes first. I'll just double check here. Top right, and I believe it goes counterclockwise. It goes clockwise, starts out with the center on the left. Okay. So I'll show you guys how that one works. Now this block here is the first one to go, and it gets pulled out to the side by a piston, basically like that. I'll show you guys the layout of the pistons. And then there are 3 on the bottom. I guess I just break this glass, not a big deal. That basically pull it. Alright, so this is how the pistons are laid out, but of course they're facing the blocks. So this one is the first to be pulled out by this piston, and it's being pulled to the side. This is the next one to go. It's the top left, being pulled out by one of these on the top. Center top is being pulled out there. top right is being pulled out by there, up top, and the center on the right is being pulled out on to the side, and as you can guess, so forth and so on. But this one is a little bit different, and I'll just do that so I don't have to do that again. The piston layout is a little more different. It's actually a little more similar to the first one. I mean, sorry, the second one. And this is the layout. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's it. So it's going sort of like a counterclockwise swirl. And the reason I did it like this is to make it look even more sort of like swirly than the first one. It gives it just a little bit better of effect, because if you really pay attention on the first one, you can notice how it looks a bit odd when it's only the top 3 pulling it and the bottom 3 pulling it, and the sides are just being pulled out by themselves. See, that's not as good as an effect as the last one, and I'll show you this again. And then I'll show you guys the last one again. Yep, just the effect looks a little bit better. Just gives it a little more of a spiral effect. I kind of liked it a little more personally. Alright, then we're over here. So it starts out, I believe, yeah, I think it starts out with the top right being pulled out, then this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and then finally with this one. So I just don't want to have to go into explanation. So again, kind of similar to the second one. I mean, yeah, the second one. Just because of the layout of the pistons, except they're all being pulled at different times. So I'm not going to go over the redstone for that, but the redstone that is kind of importance is over here. So you notice rather than just having one set of pistons on the bottom, I have 2. And the reason for that is because these chiseled stone bricks right here are actually right below lava. And I'm sure you guys can probably hear that. So I'll show you guys. Alright, so there's lava flowing from here and here. And the lava source is basically, it should be, if I were to open this up, yeah, right there. And I'll cover that up because I don't want to set this wood on fire. Better turn this off. Alright, let's talk about the downfall. And this is even basically more easy to understand. So these blocks all get pushed up at different times. This one's like just 1, 2, and 3. Kind of similar like with the first one. There's a 1 millisecond delay between each, so it goes 1, 2, 3. And then these get pushed up, and I'm not sure what the delay is. I'll try to see if I can figure it out just by going down and trying it out again. See here. I think actually this last block, this last chiseled stone brick, goes up as the same time as this one opens. And I'll just try again just to see if I can. Yeah, I think it does, or it's this one. Anyways, though, that gives it kind of a cool effect. Walks over, and you can just kind of sprint through. Yeah, it just kind of looks nice. So these are the 3 doors. I didn't go over the redstone in its full effect just because that would take a while, and I don't know if I'll do a tutorial for them or not. Maybe if you guys really want, I probably could. Just take me a little while to do. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, leave a comment, favorite it, like it, subscribe if you want to. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.